Wednesday gets therapized. Feelings change. It happens. But what's the best way to let someone go? Mended Light. All right, we're looking at Wednesday Season 2. The character of Enid in the first season, she is a werewolf, or she was waiting to wolf out, and she fell for Ajax, who was the Medusa species. He's Gorgon, actually, I think is what it's called, where he removes his hat and he's got the snakes and he turns people to stone. So they're very different, two different worlds, but he's very sweet. She's smitten with him, and they have this really sweet relationship. And then over summer break, she's wolfed out. She's wolfed out at the end of Season 1, and she feels more like an empowered version of herself. And she says to Wednesday, my feelings for Ajax have shifted because he fell in love with the shy, demure, didn't fit in me, and I feel very empowered and part of my group, and I don't feel like he's in love with who I am now. The issue is Enid starts carrying on with Bruno, a fellow werewolf, without actually breaking things off with Ajax.
Your shoulder. No.
Chained up. Murderous situation, you know.
Hey. Hey. That didn't work.
Now, Enid's gonna pull an Alicia here. Watch this. She's gonna recommend something we talk about all the time.
This happens sometimes when I'm stressed or nervous. It's just wolf whimpers. Lupin late bloomers usually suffer from it. I was the last in my family to wolf out.
No way. Me too. I had the nervous coughing too.
So much in
Have
common.
you tried box breathing?
Box breathing.
4 counts in. 4 holding.
We didn't make it up. It's a real thing. Werewolves do it. Can't box breathe with your hands tied. Or your mouth engaged. Egads, Enid. Technically still in a relationship. So, nothing wrong with feeling shifting, evolving as a person out of a relationship. The issue, of course, is the lack of respect for Ajax, who's always been nothing but good to her. It's scary to have the conversation. It's easier to avoid it. She ghosts him repeatedly, hoping that he'll take the hint. And I'm not going to be too hard on it because they're teenagers, right? They don't have a lot of life experience, but the fact is, it's easier to look yourself in the mirror if you do right by others, and if you walk up to the values that you hold inside. Enid doesn't want to have the conversation, but just because she doesn't want to doesn't mean she shouldn't. In fact, this moment, I imagine there's a tinge of guilt. It's in the back of her mind that she is being unfaithful to someone she's in a relationship with because she never ended it. This is the thing about avoidance. It is a short-term gain, but it is a long-term loss. We always, and I mean always, cause more harm and more pain when we avoid instead of facing things head on. The only time that I see an exception to that is if facing things head on is dangerous, right? If confronting someone, you're dealing with someone violent or abusive or threatening, okay, maybe that's a time to avoid. But when you're dealing with good-hearted people acting in good faith, stepping forward and having the courage to do so is not something you're ever going to regret over the long term. But of course, she doesn't do that, and it blows up in her face.
After we cage the pups, we're gonna sneak down to the lake for a midnight swim. You right?
How long have we been broken up? I know that Gorgons can be kind of slow, but I guess I just didn't want to believe it.
Good move getting out, letting them talk.
You're right, Ajax. I should have told you when school started that my feelings had changed.
Was it something that I did?
No. Just over the summer, I realized I wasn't that insecure girl who thought she would never fit in.
But I like that girl.
I know. But she wolfed out and found herself.
You never gave me a heads up. I wish we could have just talked about it before you moved on without me.
I'm really sorry. I just didn't expect things with Bruno to heat up so fast.
Are you kidding? Look at Bruno. Of course they were going to heat up that fast.
You remember that day in Uriah's Heap? I guess squirrels and rats can't work out after all.
The reference to taxidermed little animals. And they talked about the squirrel and the rat are different, but they can make it work. And now she feels awful. He feels awful. Heck, even the scouts feel awful. Look at this.
I kind of feel bad for that Corkin.
Me too.
I actually love the whole scout subplot thing that happens on this camp out. Avoidance is one of the natural responses to a perceived threat, right? There's fight and there's flight, and there's freeze and there's fawn, but this is flight. This is, I need to get away. I need to not handle this, maybe they'll get the hint. And Enid also, I think, carried guilt over breaking up with Ajax because Ajax had been good to her. It'd have been easier to break up with him if he had been a jerk. But this goes back to something we talk about all the time here at Mended Light, which is worth ties. I, Enid, need to see myself as a good person, and if I actually face that I'm breaking up with Ajax to be with somebody else, I will feel like a bad person because I hurt him and I'm breaking his heart. Now, that's not actually true. I mean, there's factual truths in that. I'm breaking up with him and it's going to hurt him, but I'm a bad person is not factually true. It's a belief. And that belief is actually keeping her stuck because she's not taking the necessary step because she doesn't want to look herself in the mirror with that idea that I'm bad. If I had Enid in my office, I would reassure her that she's not bad for moving on, for feelings changing, for wanting something else in her life. That's absolutely human, especially in high school. And that doing right by Ajax, by, as he said, I wish we could have just talked. I wish you would have just let me know, because that would have been respectful. Because it's not saying to Ajax, you're worthless. It's saying what I want and what I need has changed. Question for you, have you ever been tripped up on self-judgment when it came to breaking up with somebody? Did it blow up in your face? Did you make decisions that you regret, and what would you have done differently? Or if you handled it well, what did you do? Let us learn from you in the comments below. I've got an entire Wednesday playlist for you to enjoy that's going to show up on screen as well as the link in the comments. So take a few minutes and enjoy the next one. Until next time, folks, keep shining. We need your light.